boys and girls, it's Friday, May 1st. This is your reading lesson. And boy, we would have had fun with this reading lesson if we could have been in class together, because our goal today is to understand author's purpose. And the way that we teach this in first grade is to think about pie. Now, who doesn't love a good pie? One of my favorites is French silk pie. It's so chocolatey. But the way that we do this is we think about the word pie. We think about P-I-E. And we're going to talk about 3 reasons why an author might write a story. And that's why it's called author's purpose. What is the author's purpose? Why did the author write it? So the P in the word pie stands for persuade. Now, when you try to persuade somebody, you are trying to convince them. You're trying to change their mind. So the picture that I have here is a begging dog. If a dog is begging, they're trying to convince you that they want maybe the food in your hand, or they want to go on a walk outside. The dog wants something. So think about if you have ever tried to convince your parents and you've used the words, please, pretty please, but I'll be good. Well, I promise to clean my room. I bet you've done something like that before. And that is when you're trying to persuade. You're trying to change someone's mind. Now, if you read the story Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type in your big book, that story is how the animals are trying to change the farmer's mind. So there's a little bit of persuasiveness happening in that story. Then we're going to go to the I in the word pie. And for the I, it means inform. And if you are informing someone about something, you are giving them information. Hear the word inform and information. And I have a picture of a teacher there, because that's my job, is to inform you or to teach you. So if an author wrote a story to teach you something, we call that inform, the I in pie. And then the last one is the E in the word pie, and that's for entertain. That means that the author just wrote the story just for fun, just to entertain you. Now, when you think of being entertained, I know a lot of times the first thing we think of is that we want to smile, we want to laugh, we want to hear a story like that. An author could still tell a story to entertain you, and it could still be, it could be a sad story. So it doesn't always have to be happy. So I have a picture of just some faces. I have a happy face and a smiley face to help us remember entertain, okay? So what we're gonna try to do is see if we can sort 3 sentences that I have, and just on my short explanation, see if you are already getting how author's purpose works. Now, what I've got on my sentences is SpongeBob toothpaste. And I'm gonna read these 3 sentences to you, and I want you to stop and I want you to think which of these 3 reasons is why the author wrote it. Did the author write it to change your mind, to teach you, or to entertain you? So here's the first one. SpongeBob toothpaste fizzes in your mouth and tickles your nose. Then you sneeze orange bubbles out of your nose. Do you think that that one sounds like persuading you? Are they trying to change your mind about their toothpaste? Are they trying to tell you how great their toothpaste is? Is it giving you information and facts about their toothpaste? Or do you think it's just entertain? So stop and think about which one you think it is. And then I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Well, they're not telling me that their toothpaste is the best. They're not telling me that it's the most awesome toothpaste. They're not telling me I should buy it. So I don't think that they're trying to change my mind about the toothpaste. And then when I think about inform tells me that they're teaching things. This tells me that I'm going to sneeze orange bubbles out of my nose. Now, do you think that that's really going to happen if I use this toothpaste? That doesn't sound like information. Information is going to be real facts. That doesn't sound like that. I think that they're trying to be silly, because it says it's going to fizz in my mouth, it's going to tickle my nose, and I'm going to blow orange bubbles. That just sounds silly. That sounds like they wrote that one just to entertain me, that it was written just for fun. So I'm going to add that on our poster under entertain. So I hope that you agreed with me on that one. What about this sentence about the toothpaste? SpongeBob toothpaste is the only one that really works. What do you think the author's trying to do on that one? We have 2 choices left. Persuade, inform. I hope you picked Persuade. They're telling you that this is the only one, the only toothpaste that really works. Now, if you heard that, do you think that you'd go buy it? I think I would, because I want my toothpaste to work. So they're trying to change my mind by telling me this is the only one that really works. That's Persuade. They are trying to change my mind. They want me to buy their toothpaste. Now let's read the last one. This one says, toothpaste keeps your teeth clean and healthy. Think about that. That's true, isn't it? That's facts. That's what toothpaste does. That's what it's made for. So that's giving me information. That's teaching me about toothpaste. So that one I would put up here under I for inform. So that's how author's purpose works. You stop and you ask yourself, why did the author write the story? What is the author's purpose? So in your small reading book, on pages 252 and 253, if you'd like to read a little bit more about author's purpose, you can read that. And then you're going to go to your reading workbook, and you're going to tear out the story like we've done before. This story is called Coaches. So I'm getting mine torn out. I'm getting it folded in half like a book so that I am prepared to read that. So I'm going to read that story, Coaches, and then I'm going to answer the questions on 289. And I got a question this last week about this bottom part down here where it says B. You can ignore that part. It's 1, 2, and 3 at the top. Those are the ones that are showing me whether or not you are meeting the objective and you understand the skill. So you're going to answer 1, 2, and 3, take a picture, and you're going to turn that in. And then if you look at 286, here's a graphic organizer, and you can use a story you have at home, or you can get out your big reading book and you can read this story on 303 called Meet Rosina, and you can fill out the chart. And what I want you to do is give me clues that tell you what the author's purpose is. Now let me use an example to show you how I might do this. Here's a little one. This says, there are many kinds of animals who live in the ocean. One is the blue whale. They are the largest animal in the ocean and eat tons of krill every day. So I have to stop and ask myself, why did the author write that story about whales? Was it to persuade me to change my mind? Was it to inform me because it's teaching me? Or was it just a silly story about whales? It was just for entertainment. Well, I'm looking for my clues. What are my clues? Well, one of my clues is that this is all facts. So I could write down on my chart, the story is all facts about whales. My other clue I could write over here is that I could say, it tells me that the whale is the largest animal. That's another clue because that's a fact. So down here under author's purpose, I would write the author's purpose is to inform because that author was teaching me. So that's how this organizer works. And I'd love to see a picture of that if you want to send me one. But this is the page that I'm asking that you must send me. So give a little practice. Author's purpose really isn't too hard. It's kind of fun, I think, to stop and think about what the author was thinking and why the author wrote the story. And just let me know if you have any questions or if you get stuck on anything.